Hello. So I haven't gotten to record one of my yoga moments in a while. So I decided to record one this morning before I get my day going. I can't see. Okay. So something's off, but anyway, we're just gonna roll with it for now. So I have the natural light coming in. I was gonna turn on the actual light, but I'm not gonna turn on the actual light because I just don't want it right now. So of course we're going to start with apply your own training. So I did journal last night, but I haven't journaled this morning. But today is embrace the complexity of your effort. And so each section within the workbook corresponds to real life mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual challenges we all face, especially when our progress isn't visible, right? So use the space on each page to write, reflect, pray, or set new intentions. So that's where I am. That's where I am with it within the workbook. This chapter usually is sectioned off by a photo, which, oh goodness, the photo for this chapter, within this chapter, as you can see, I've been writing a lot. But the photo within this chapter was failure is not the end of everything, but the beginning of a new journey. And I mean, I don't acknowledge failure, to be honest. You know, some people do, some people will call you a failure, you know, but I in particular don't acknowledge failure because to me, everything is happening for me, not to me. So even within, quote unquote, the word failure or whatever, to me is the lesson or the learning. So I don't adhere to that, to the meaning of what that's supposed to be. Just another one of those made up things to help us, to help us do more, strive more, never realize that I am enough, all those things. And that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing every single day, which is breathing, which means I'm purpose. I am purpose. If I'm breathing, I am purpose. If I'm not breathing, then that means my purpose has been met, mission accomplished, curtains closed. The sun is no longer coming up for me. That's what that means. But if I'm breathing, that means that even if it's dark outside, I'm still here, I'm still present, and I still have a purpose. So, which is, I am. Right? Because God is mine, queen body, God mind, king body. We are the yin and the yang, the duality, and I am as I am, and you know, Jesus is within me and God is within me, so I shall not fail. That's what that means. And that is what is that? Shoot, I forget the scriptures. 46:10. Oh shoot. I don't know scriptures by heart, but I actually found out that that was actually in scripture because I am the word, so I don't really know scripture like that, but I found out it was scripture. um, Probably about a year ago, I found out that it is actually a scripture. Anyway, so back to good gifts from God. Apply your own training. So embrace the complexity of your effort. Each section corresponds to real life mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual challenges we all face, especially when our progress isn't visible, right? Reflect, pray, or set new intentions. And so, I'm gonna set a new intention in here. For this week. And then I'm so happy. I'm thanking myself and I'm thanking God today for me taking the time for myself today, with this stretching, with this journaling. This is exactly what this is talking about. Embrace the complexities of your effort. Even when your progress isn't visible to others, but this to me is a part of my progress that is visible to me. It may not be to others. Others may think, oh, she's wasting time, oh, she's not doing anything, oh, she's not making any money, oh, she don't have any money, all of those things, right? But for me, this is progress that isn't visible. Okay, so that, just note to self. So all right, so anyway, so I set my new intention for today. Make sure y'all get it on Amazon. Apply Your Own Training by Ashley Lamaya Osborne Racer. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to open up our arms, stretch up. Breathe. Bend our heads back a little. Release. Exhale. Let our arms down. And then shrug your shoulders back. And let me tell y'all, my attitude is still being worked on. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important for me to release this energy stored in my body. I mean, all of us, not just me, but so that my intentions can be for me and not against me. Because sometimes, I know our anger and our attitudes get the best of us, and then they manifest themselves into the opposite of what you want or what you were trying to accomplish. And we can't have that no more, because we all know that success is the killing with kindness type thing. Success is the revenge, right? So since success is the revenge, we have to make sure that we affirm, I am success. I am success. It is my birthright. I was born a success. Because I'm here. And I haven't, my energy is still here, which can be neither created nor destroyed. So, since my energy is still here within this realm, then that means I am a success. I am purpose. I am here. I am present, and that's all that matters. Every day is a new day to breathe. And say, what do I want to do today, queen or king? What do I want to do today, queen? Right? So y'all, I'm just doing movements that feel good to me right now. It's like a flow state for me right now, I guess I could say. Now it's raining here, or I would be outside doing this simply because I love the way this hotel collection machine smells. However, it does kind of get in your throat, and the smell is very, very powerful and potent. And I like to have like a candle going, which I have right here. I have a candle going, and I like for it to be natural, the natural smell of the earth outside. But since it's raining, I'm doing this inside. And that's what we're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna have flat feet on the ground. Sit back into the pose. Say a quick little prayer. Thank you for taking the time for yourself today. I thank me for taking the time for myself today. For some peace and some quiet while everybody is away. I am so thankful and grateful. And to make sure that I use what we already have to get what I want or need. And make something out of nothing. When that is the case, stiff. I swear, it's like you go a weekend without doing yoga and you feel so stiff. I literally would do yoga 3 times a day. If I could just literally like discipline myself to do it 3 times a day, I really would do yoga 3 times a day. And I think the only way I could do it 3 times a day is if I become an actual instructor, maybe inside of an actual yoga studio, because that way I would have to do it because I would be teaching classes. But just doing it on my own by myself, I just don't see myself being able to sit down 3 times a day and be still 3 times a day and actually make it happen. But I mean, anything's possible, so I'm gonna keep an open mind to it. I feel my heart beating, and I feel my heart beating like I'm doing cardio. So I'm just gonna lay here and breathe for a moment to see if it slows down. And another thing I've noticed too, guys, that if it's really cold in your house and you don't, sit in the sun a lot, or you don't, sweat and get hot, then it also causes you to get achy and stiff, because it's like, I kind of consider it like your body being frozen, when you're like all constantly in the air and it's like a hospital in your house and like really, really cold. Especially if you don't like sweat, like I said, like work out and sweat. If you don't work up a sweat and get hot, then it's like you get stiff and cold. I feel like I'm still sleeping, y'all. I'm not even sleepy. I'm gonna drink some oat milk coffee. But I don't think it has caffeine. But maybe it do. I don't know. But I'm gonna drink it after this. And maybe it'll wake me up some more, because I literally feel like even though my eyes are open, my brain is sleeping. So we gotta change that. I like to really, really lean into my positions until I can't take it, and then do a little bit more until I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself. It just feels so good like that though. And then when you come out of it, it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, everything is cracking and popping. And that's how I know. That's how I know I've been. That's how I know I haven't had any motion. Because when everything starts popping and cracking, it's time to it's time to do something. And I just like to feel my body, like, I just like to feel I literally like to feel it all pretzeled out and stretched out, and I like to feel it. I like to be bent up into a pretzel and at the same time stretch out. I still haven't practiced on doing a split again, which I need to get back to practicing on doing that. I don't know why, just cause I want to do it. Just cause I want to do it again. I just want to have that ability. And right now, all I can do is right to here. But if I do it every day, I'll get farther and farther down. I started this a couple years ago, and then I quit because I got distracted and had to move and move and move and move and move. So now I gotta start all over with getting myself back to being able to do a full split. All right, so that's good for today. That's good for today on that. I love yoga, y'all. I love yoga so much. Like, I just love it so much. But like I said, if you go a weekend without doing yoga, it's like, it almost feels like you haven't stretched in months. That's how serious paying attention to our selves, our body, and our health every single day is, because every day is 1 year. So if every day is 1 year and you accumulate so many days of not doing it, then that's why it feels like when you do it, you haven't done it in years. Yeah, it's like anything. But the good news is we can always get back to it. And I miss yoga classes too, because when you're in the yoga class with other energy, it's like everybody's energy supports one another and doing the same movements. And when we're all in the same flow and the same harmony and the same mind space, it just, to me, it just feels so good. It just feels like we're all like locking arms and locking bodies and just swaying and moving to the same rhythm, and it's not so much effort, that you have to put forth by yourself, such as a team, in real workplace or business situations. But the difference is when in yoga, when we're doing it in rhythm and in harmony and in these type of motions and movements, to me, it feels more fluid, it feels more alive, it feels more connected to, to the universe and God, and it just feels more, loving, and it feels more in tune and connected. All of those, good things that you want to feel, like, feels more central, like we're all one, and life is so much easier when we're all in harmony and unison and in sync with those that vibrate at our same frequency and have our same energy, and then if it's somebody that comes in that doesn't, it's like you then get to help them get into the same flow and the same in the same feeling, in the same vibration, if they want to, you know. Of course, if they don't want to, it's not gonna happen because they're resisting. But in surrender, I found out, as far as, especially in like yoga surrender, you know, because there's flow, there's grounding, there's, you know, hot yoga, there's so many different types, vinyasas and all of the different names and things. I haven't gotten the lingo down pat yet, but I know a lot of it. But especially with like I said, surrender and flow, you know, when someone comes in that doesn't have the same energy as everybody in the class, I found out, especially like with myself too, if I go to a new yoga studio and then I get into a new class, as long as I don't resist, you know, the people in the classroom, and I just get into flow and into surrender with everybody, it's so good. It feels so good. And the energy, like I said, of everybody together feels so good. It's like it fills you up, you know, and you don't feel empty. So that's what I love too about group yoga, you know. As long as, like I said, because sometimes I've gone into yoga classes where, you know, if I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not sorry, but if like it's like a really bad smell, if it's too packed, or if, you know, somebody's coughing too much, or it's too loud, or it's just so many different things that can throw off a whole entire classroom by just one person not having the same frequency, energy, and vibration in the room. And then, you know, if it happens once or twice, I'm cool with it. But like, if it's every time, I'm like, man, I'm not going back into that room. So just my point is, in saying all this, is just make sure you find a, you know, yoga studio, yoga group, yoga classroom that you can just vibe with, and that you can get in sync with, and that the energy is amazing, and you just feel like it's a big hug. Everybody's just hugging and just going side to side with each other, like in a flow state. You know, just like a big hug, and everybody's like, yeah, I love you, I love you. Stretch, breathe, release. Right? That's how I like to feel in my yoga class. And if it's something else, then I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do this studio. You know, if everybody got attitudes with one another or anything like that, I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do this. But for the most part, I've only experienced maybe one yoga, not the whole studio, but class. I only had about one group yoga experience that I couldn't cope with. So I'm gonna be quiet now, and I'm just going to relax and sway my hips side to side because it feels good to my lower back. Now I'm just going to do my quick inhale and exhale breathing. And then affirm. I have already manifested my desires. Namaste. Which means the God and Goddess in me recognize the Goddess and Goddess in you. Bye.